Hello everyone! Welcome to the Mania 4K World Cup 2024 edition. We are here right now in the losers bracket quarterfinals round 2 as these two teams have already won a match to be able to face each other at this stage, which we have the Russian Federation and Taiwan. I'm Siluas Kaels, and joining me on the commentary is none other than Mashed Potato. Hello there, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, thank you. Thanks for the introduction as well. And I am very excited for this matchup actually. These two teams absolutely destroyed their first quarterfinals matchup. Russia beating France 6-0, Taiwan beating New Zealand 6-1, and the 1 point was from SV. So yeah, these two teams have been quite dominant in the losers bracket quarterfinals so far, but now these two forces faces against each other in a battle for a ticket into the semifinals.
That's so true. In my opinion, we had a short discussion, me and Mashed Potato were discussing who has the slight edge. To be honest, I was saying, okay, it could really go even. But considering the scores, I think Russia may have a slight advantage. And not to mention, didn't Taiwan just have their match a while ago? So that could affect their fatigue slightly. But I don't think it's gonna be too much because there's decent amount of time to rest.
I think they have at least nearly half a day for them to rest through. So in terms of stamina, they should probably got most of them back. But when it comes to the edge, I do agree with you as well. I first disagreed in terms of I thought Taiwan might have a bit of an edge and they could actually do a bit of an upset. But looking at the head-to-head scores in here, Russia definitely have a score advantage compared to Taiwan, and we saw a row of one from the Russian Federation captain. A bit unfortunate.
That's very unfortunate indeed. But really, it ultimately only decides the order, so that's okay, hopefully. So Rice 2 is going to be the protector of Taiwan. I think
Interesting.
that makes sense because Taiwan is more of a Rice team. I think Russia has to protect. I think SV2 actually. If you think about it, in the previous match, I think both Russia and Taiwan scores were so far ahead, and yeah, there we go. I'm not surprised that
Money.
was that was the right call. Russia's score in SV2 is extremely good, and Taiwan, knowing how Russia performed, will definitely ban SV2 if that wasn't protected.
Yeah, and they're probably gonna ban SV1. If yeah, I would be shocked if they ban anything other than SV1 because unless they have a secret card, but yeah, Russia is going to ban Rice 4, which is no pun intended, quite understandable. Um,
It's very understandable. I mean,
yeah,
I'm looking at Taiwan's score, right? I don't think Russia played it unfortunately, but Taiwan has a 999 on that, and considering it's a pizza map, it requires a lot of technicality and all that, so it definitely makes a lot of sense to ban something that Taiwan's really good. And of course, Taiwan has to ban SV1. I've seen so many SV1 bans this entire
yeah,
round,
yeah.
honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it's understandable, I'll be honest. I think when you look at it on first try, I think SV2 just looks so much more I'm not saying it's easier, it just looks more doable compared to SV1 where you have the I think the teleport trails and just the slow jam trails as well in between. So it's understandable why some teams tend to stay away from SV1 and most teams practice SV2 instead of SV1. They tend to do that.
See the SV2, at least to me, it's actually easier to full combo that file, so I can see why people would want to pick SV2 better, or at least more. So Rice 6 is gonna be the first pick of Taiwan. Alright, looking at Russia's score on that, they don't have a triple full combo, so that's already a good sign. But here's the thing though, Taiwan's score on Rice 6 is actually worse. And it's not even that. And it's pretty far apart too. Like there is almost
30,000
wait no, it's a
points, isn't it?
30 yeah, 34,000 points of difference. So I'm not sure if
Yeah.
this pick was a good one. I have a feeling this is one of those okay, I don't know what to go with, and let's just go with something and hopefully it works. I don't know
I would
what
I
to
would
feel
like to
about
say
this.
the ratio is quite similar. If you add all of the 300 counts, they are quite similar. And sure, the score might be low, but quite a lot of it is just due to the combo rates. But if you look at the 200 counts, well, I'm just totaling the 200 counts and the 300 counts, and they are pretty much matching each other. So, assuming Taiwan can hold their combo together, well, that's a big order to ask considering the caliber of this map. This map is a combo break fest right here. It's a frums. I mean, you see frums, you see Rise 6. You start to feel a bit scared.
It's definitely scary, but I also want to add, Russia played this at like the later portion of the match. So at that point, they're already very fatigued. If you think about it, that's kind of concerning, because if you're gonna be playing it like I said, if you're gonna be playing it at the later part of the match, you're definitely gonna have some fatigue. What about a team that's barely had any of that fatigue? So now you're picking this at the start. There's just so many factors that can make this a bad pick, in my opinion. I just think this is the pick you should have started with. But
I don't think so either.
mm-hmm.
I totally agree with you, and well, I do hope that Taiwan gets to prove us wrong. But here we go. This is our first pick of the match.
You are right when you said the 200 counts seem to be extremely close. In fact, I actually think it slightly favors Taiwan there. Like, Russia has 15 greats, and Taiwan has 11. So, like, that's a good sign for Taiwan if they're gonna rely on 200 counts alone. But man, I am not sure what to feel about this. Other than the fact that Taiwan's leading a lot. Oh, okay.
Oh, actually, yeah, that's a pretty dirty miss. They're down to 98.5% now. That's actually such a huge drop, and now that's already a 14,000 point difference. That's such a good start for Taiwan right now. A bit of a disaster for Russian Federation, that is for sure. See, Taiwan just completely locked in. Their lowest accuracy is matching this tire right now at 99.76.
Remember when I said that Taiwan could have had some fatigue? There's actually a silver lining to this, and as I say that robot finds another miss. See, Taiwan, considering that they already played the match, maybe the nerves have already worn off. But Russia starting, yeah, sure, no fatigue or lesser fatigue. They gotta have that nerves because they haven't played the match to date other than this one. But Taiwan definitely has the experience already of playing a match in this day, so that could have been a factor as to why they chose this.
You can just see, it's just such concentrated accuracy right now. No one solo carry from Taiwan, just three extremely solid team score right now. They're all hovering around 99.8. Yukin with actually a bit of an accuracy lead right now, 99.85. On the other hand, the bottom row to the Russian Federation side is actually doing quite well. Netko and Distar actually holding near 99.8. Very solid accuracy, but it's just the third player that's just slightly behind. That's all the points leads right now from for Taiwan. That's a 30,000 points difference. And no one's breaking it at this point still. It's still a 5-way full combo in this lobby. And they're all holding extremely good accuracy as well.
It's kind of crazy because Taiwan, like what I said, I wasn't sure about how this pick was gonna go. But with all the technical patterns and all that, seems like Taiwan just performed so much better this time around. 2981. That is a 60,000 point improvement from their previous one. Okay, no, sorry. 54, 55, 56,000. That's a 50,000 point improvement. And as for
That's
Russia,
nuts.
they performed just as good as they did the match. Like almost around that. But Taiwan took it another notch. Literally. A 50, 60,000 point improvement is insane.
Yeah, what? I mean, now I think about it, right? Maybe Taiwan shouldn't have picked it and let's just let Russia just pick into this instead. Seeing the team score from Taiwan was so much lower from compared to this. How do you improve by 55,000 points? That's just insane. The only thing I can think of is that they did not play at their optimal time. I know some players tend to perform so much better when it's like nighttime, which I think it is nighttime right now for people in Taiwan. Some people just prefer playing, yeah, some people just prefer playing like at night. It really, I don't know about you, but for me, I think I can relate really well. So just having a specific time where you start playing Osu.
That's fair. Okay, so now they're going for Packet Hero.
Oh, I like this. I like this pick. I like this. I actually do like this. I don't know about you, but for me, I think this is very different from the other LN hybrids where it's quite like techy, and you saw how Taiwan just absolutely demolished any of the tech patterns. This is just all about releases. There's not really a lot of difficult. I mean, there is some difficult patterning, but the name of the game here is about how do you handle your releases, and we're going to see two substitutions within the Taiwanese team. We're going to be seeing Ha, the 0201 and Shais coming in, Veloci actually staying, and Russian Federation, they're keeping the same lineup: Robot, Distires, and Nepco.
Okay, so they are keeping the trio. I think that's the right call. Looking at the statistics on the qualifiers, because here's the thing, Taiwan did not play a single LN map in their match. Okay, other than hybrid. Yeah, it was hybrid, but still, my point still stands. They didn't play a single LN map against New Zealand, so we don't really have that much information there. What I can say though is in the qualifiers, Russian Federation did outscore Taiwan on both LN1 and LN2, so that should be some sort of silver lining that they're gonna have. That being said, though, when it comes to the physical hybrids, Taiwan does have a slight advantage on Russia in qualifiers. So that's got to be something they got to take into account.
Yeah, I think quite a lot of focus is going to be on Robot right now. I think Distars and Nepco are just really good at everything. So the two main players of Russian Federation, they got it down to a T, but it's mainly Robot who needs to hold together on their own, be able to counter Taiwan. And right now they're doing that right now, matching, actually beating out the accuracy of Ha 0201.
I mean, this is a sizable difference, like 2,000 early on. That's not a good sign by any means. And as I say
that's a disgusting drop. Yeah.
That was a very bad drop indeed, but as long as Robot can catch up to that accuracy of Taiwan, not to mention Shais is sort of dropping already, so that's gonna be very concerning.
I think the one silver lining for this is that Russia definitely have an accuracy lead just based off Nepco and Vistar just holding really strong accuracy, way above anyone else. Veloci does catching up a bit, but Vistar is just on their own island with the near 99.7% accuracy, and we saw the score lead actually moving back to a bit to Russia right there. Robot's actually climbing the accuracy up now, matching off Ha 0201.
That's all they have to do. Ha started to get a lot of 200s. Not to mention Shais and Veloci. If they cannot get those accuracies up, that's just not gonna be enough. Not to mention, this is where the map starts to pick up a lot. Seems like the lead is increasing slightly for Taiwan, but that's not the case, as now you can see that bar slowly going back to the Russian side. They cannot afford any more 200s because this part is very technical. They just cannot rely on others making mistakes. They gotta perform at their very best right now.
Not performing the very best. This star is just crushing this. No one is even close. Next closest is Scheisse with 99.56, but that is it. We're reaching the ending. There's still a bit more, but I don't think any of these players would drop these sections. And wow, what a performance. Wait, there's a bit more, but that is a performance and a half from this star. 99.68? Okay, just a bit, yeah, 99.68. That is a near 990k from this star, and I think that score there really just helped Russia gain that point. That was way too close to comfort for their first pick, though. I will say that.
Definitely. Ha getting those 200s. Like, Taiwan had a triple full combo, but those 200s were definitely the undoing. Even if, like, the fact that Robot missed and that still was enough for Russia to take a point should be very good for them, actually, because that just shows that they can really outact Taiwan in these LNs.
That's for sure. But I think Taiwan, I think we gotta see this battle now. It's between Rice and LNs / hybrids. I would say usually the Rice team would be able to get much more out of this, just because once you run out of LN picks, you have to choose the Rice picks, and that's where teams can potentially start mispicking. And we're actually going to be seeing Rice 2. Okay, I thought they were going to pick something like Rice 5 or something, continue with the, I guess, abrasive patterning, but no, they're going to go with the standard jump stream map. This is just jump stream galore. 3 minutes of uninterrupted jump stream. That's it. At 250 BPM, mind you.
Yeah, 250 BPM on quarterfinals is insane. But it kind of makes sense considering how good these players are now. Alright, so looking at this pick, I mean, this is Taiwan's protect, wasn't it? Unless I'm thinking wrong, right?
Yes, it is. It is Hans Pacific. You are definitely correct about that.
To be honest, I'm not sure why Taiwan protected this. Like, I think out of all of the maps, this is like not something you'd really want to protect in general, unless you're
Yeah.
a team like the United States.
Yeah,
And
I agree with you
Huh.
as well. It's
like, I really think that if, let's say, Taiwan messes up on this part, and that can happen anytime, Russia can easily take that. And that's why I'm not sure about this protect.
I wholeheartedly agree with you. Russia, I think their Rise 2 score last, I mean, of course, round of 16 compared to this one's a whole different level, but they did got 2.992 million on Rise 2. So they are no slouch when it comes to this. I think Taiwan should have protected Rise 4 instead of Rise 2.
Maybe, but considering that, well, the match it's already done, you can't really do anything about it. And
Yeah.
what makes this file really hard, of course, it's 3 minutes long. It's definitely the patterning, like the fact that this just goes on and on and on with barely any breaks, can definitely make your hands and wrists very unstable and stressed.
This is, I think, the start of the map doesn't really show too much as of right now. Oh, actually, never mind. Robot with a miss. I take that back. It really does. I mean, if you hold good, and actually traded by Jackie as well, but Robot with a more with a dirtier miss right now. Jackie's still holding above 99.7.
Look, Jackie had a V1 double S in the previous match against New Zealand, so honestly seeing that's very concerning. All Jackie has to do now is try to outact Robot and hope it's enough, but never mind, as I say that, that is not what Taiwan needs. The patterning here isn't gonna get any easier. Like, the fact that this is still the first third, or at least approaching there, and you're already finding those mistakes, that's a very bad sign because these drills and these jumps are just gonna keep on coming.
You're absolutely right. There's literally no break. There's no, yeah, it's just 250 BPM straight through. You can see the bottom row is equally matching out each other right now. Nefko, Distar, Yukim, and Veloci, I think they all average out to roughly the same accuracy, but it's just the difference between Robot and Jackie. Actually, Robot has picked up to 99.7 and Jackie's down to 99.5, so the accuracy has been reversed. Before it was Jackie on 99.7, Robot 99.5, but it has just been completely swapped. And now an 8,000 point lead is actually quite a significant lead considering the length of this map. They can allow a drop or two if provided it's all clean.
This is just not a good sign at all for, like, how do I say this? Like, it's not a good sign for Taiwan, but there's still time. And we've seen Robot miss a couple of moments in this entire match so far. So this is the one break they're gonna have, and after that, it's back to difficult jump streams. I'm just really not sure if this pick can have opportunities for Taiwan to catch up because they're really running out of time now.
Yeah, it really. I mean, if anything, they would have wanted someone to break much earlier. Actually, a couple of 200s from Robot right there, but again, 200s doesn't matter. It's about the misses, and they're not giving any of them to Taiwan. We might be seeing a first breakpoint here. There's still a bit more hard panting. There is actually a couple of hand stream panting right at the end of the map, so that might catch some players off guard. But right now, everyone's flying through. Even Jackie has now climbed to 99.6, but that does not matter. It just doesn't mean anything when Robot is still holding the accuracy. 99.75, such good accuracy. And I might be saying it too soon, but no. Oh, wait! Okay. Wow. That handshake pattern, yeah.
There wasn't enough time to cancel
Yeah.
that miss out. So that really could have been disastrous if it happened earlier. If you look at Manipstar's score, there were a couple of 50s as well. Had those 50s happened, like had those 50s been misses rather, that would have definitely went to Taiwan. But that was very clutch of this tire to just hold the full combo and
Yeah.
push through.
I think it's definitely the handstream pattern at the end. Definitely chopped himself the accuracy there, but thank God that was actually at the end. If it's at more like the middle, it could have been disastrous for the Russian Federation, but fortunately for them, they do get a breakpoint and they have a chance to convert it. Maybe with LN2 now. I mean, it's a natural progression, isn't it? They just went with Rice 2. Now they can just go with something they're more familiar with, LN2.
Well, we'll have to see first if they want to answer with LN2.
Yeah.
If I
I
were
feel like
Russia,
they're saving. Oh, yeah.
go ahead. No, you go ahead.
No, okay. No, I was thinking they want. Oh, okay. No, I was supposed to say SV. They wouldn't want to pick it because I feel like they're gonna save it right at the end. They're doing this until they reach match point. They're going to pick SV because that's the one point that they know they're going to get.
This is exactly why teams should definitely practice SV. Like, you do not want to give a team a point that they know they'll 100% win. Dragonlands though, huh? Hybrid 3.
Yeah, it used to be an SV map, but now it's become a hybrid map.
Yeah, I know this more as an SV map as well.
Same.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not sure what to feel about this.
Yeah, I don't know either. It seems a completely different field to, let's say, what they just played just now, which is Rice 2. I mean, right now it's still early in the game, and they do have a match point, a break point to kind of test around with. They could see if they can kind of mess around within the hybrid section. It's still early in the game. I don't hate it as much if they do this at like, I don't know, 4-4. It's still early in the game. They can still test out with Taiwan's hybrid ability.
We'll have to see first. Again, I'm not sure what to feel about this pick. It can definitely work, but again, I mean, I guess they have to take risks.
Yeah, but I would say the team score is actually quite similar between these two teams. Russia does beat out Taiwan on this map specifically by 9,000 points. So in terms of past history matchup, the Russian Federation does have a bit of an edge. But we saw how that could be a bit misleading when Taiwan completely destroyed Russia in their first pick.
I mean, again, this is quite an interesting choice. Both teams did opt to protect Rice, so I wasn't really sure how this match would have went. But considering that they're going for a hybrid, I think they're banking on the fact that maybe they can outact Taiwan. Like, looking at the Dragonlance scores, Russia actually has a slightly higher Dragonlance, like by 9,000 points. So this is by no means safe, and Taiwan can definitely still steal here. I feel like they're gonna rely on Robot finding a few drops here and there, but that isn't happening right now. Very consistent play from everyone so far.
Yeah, you can see, actually everyone here has been super consistent. Lowest accuracy on the board is actually surprisingly this time with 99.7, but I'll take that away. Gashai with the first miss. But it's such a clean miss right now, so it actually doesn't matter too much. Only a 3,000 point lead, and considering how abrasive the patterning can get, I do expect a couple more misses coming through. There's no way there's going to be 5 FCs on here.
I mean, regardless, we cannot really focus on that for now because it seems like the UR for this star has started to stabilize, so they're finally starting to recover, and hopefully that keeps their chance of holding a full combo. Like, you did say the patterns here are abrasive, and that's definitely true. Both teams are on pace to doing better on Dragonlance in this match than in the previous one. So honestly, very good to see that. But this can shift anytime soon. Of course, not in this part, because it's still the break section. And like, this is one of those parts where if you miss, the chances of your opponent finding a miss is like extremely low because of this part being the easiest out of the entire map.
Yeah, but it's not gonna get any easier after this. This is kind of like, yeah, here we go. I think this is the hardest part of the whole map. It just gets way much more harder, and everyone's just hitting through the first part. The accuracy is going down a bit. I think. Oh, but Yuki with the misses.
Robot found a few 200s, and so did Nepco. I bet that's the nerves kicking in.
It
Yeah,
does
but
not matter. They're
no.
two full comp free. Oh,
Yeah, it's 3, but here's the problem. So many patterns can still make them miss, so this is not safe at all. They have to hold the full combos, and I've seen Robot find a few misses already, like in previous maps, so if they hold the full combo, that's gonna be very clutch. Very impressive work. Actually, both teams did better in their Dragonlands. If they set their scores on the previous one, and let's say Taiwan performed like this, they would have actually won that. It's just unfortunate that Russia also performed better.
that is an insane team score, by the way. I just want to point that out. That is 991, 988, and 987. That is a team score and a half from Russian Federation. In the losers bracket, you won't be able to see any team being able to beat this. Triple FC on this is so rare. I think even teams on winners bracket would struggle just a bit on this as well. So, shout out to Russia, and they need the FC as well because Taiwan, as you said before, Taiwan definitely had the accuracy lead. Just the combo betrayed them just a bit, and now they're going for Rice 1. Again, I don't know. I think Rice 5 is a bit lonely. I think Rice 5 would be a good pick.
I think they're trying to save that for later, but like, I agree with you because I think Taiwan should focus on getting a point rather than risks that they're gonna take. Because in my opinion, if you're down 3-1, that means you're down 1 break point. You have to really try and get a point immediately before you can even think of any risks you have to take. And I think they're taking the risky path here, which could pay off if it was a gamble. But the thing about gambling is nothing's really guaranteed. I mean, okay, to be fair, all the picks aren't guaranteed, but still though.
I don't know. I mean, it is a pick, I guess. They have to pick Rice, so and I guess when it comes to Rice team, you can't really like pick other things except for Rice. You're kind of stuck within the Rice box. While for other teams like Russian Federation, they can switch around if they're feeling like playing hybrid or feeling like playing Ellens. They can go around, or even SV if they feel like it as well. So that again, it's just the dynamics between this match: the Rice team against the more well-rounded team. And we're gonna be seeing. Okay, I also want to point out that while Taiwan has only have one anchor in the name of Veloci, has been staying on for all of the maps so far, Russian Federation has not changed a single player, and I'm getting quite scared just for them right now, just because of the fatigue. When you're playing 5 maps in a row already, and considering how close some of these picks can get, the fatigue can definitely come in. And let's say it's tiebreaker, then it's just gonna be even more scarier for the Russian Federation.
Well, players like Depney can definitely sub in for stuff like SV. And I think, like, I'm looking at the Russian Federation team. Like, they have a team that they can surround themselves in and substitute. But I think they really want to try and get another breakpoint here, which is 100% doable, by the way, even though Taiwan chose this.
Here we go. Actually, pretty good start from both team right now. Has the 400 combo. Aaron's doing quite well. Accuracy lead for Taiwan. But again, when it comes to these, especially Rice one, it's very easy for you to get lost in the stream patterns right here. And we can see some, I think it's like embedded mini jacks within these Rice patterns. Again, this is quarterfinals we're talking about. We're at 340 BPM already.
Quite impressive that everyone's holding that full combo, not to mention very good accuracies as well. The patterns, I mean, you have a few anchors, a few jumps, and this is just a really fast pick in general. I mean, it is speed after all. But now time is running out, slowly but surely.
This star!
Oh! This star finds a very clean miss though, so that's not gonna be too disastrous for the Russian Federation. But that lead ballooned to 8,000 points after one miss, signifying that Taiwan is extremely comfortable in a speed pick like this. What are they doing actually? I just noticed about a triple 99.85. That's a 995 average from the Taiwan team, by the way.
They're here. Oh! Wait! No!
I am
no!
so sorry! Oh
What?
no!
Why?
That was so unfortunate! That immediately just gave the lead back to the Russian Federation.
Oh, the
However,
curse.
there's still some speed sections that
That's
can
the
that can make anyone fumble.
still a bit more, but yeah, but that double miss of Jackie and Veloci was the undoing. What was it?
Oh,
What
wait a
was this?
second!
Is there enough
Wait,
time?
is that
Is
enough?
there enough time?
I think it.
Oh, I don't think
Oh,
that's enough.
wait!
I don't. That's not enough. That's not enough.
Oh, wait!
Oh,
You never know. You never know. Wait. Okay,
oh
just
no!
enough. I am so sorry. I did not think that was gonna happen. Both teams had a double miss, but Robot and this tire's misses just happened at the later time. Wow. Okay.
That came down to the wire. I thought when Taiwan was holding 999.8, I was like, they're so comfortable with it. There's no way they would miss. And then both of them miss at the same time. And Veloci as well, with a really dirty one as well. So actually, any of those 50s was a better judgment. That could have been it as well. This is absolutely insanity that we're seeing right now.
I agree. Remove
That
those
is
two
unfortunate.
fifties. I agree. Remove those 250s. Taiwan probably wins that.
Yeah, that was so unfortunate right there for Taiwan. And now that's the second breakpoint right now for the Russian Federation, and now they need to find a way to convert it. Maybe hybrid two, or LN3.
You gotta go
The
LM3.
also original. Yeah, the
They
also
can go-
original.
You can go LM3. I don't know. I mean, okay, they want
Not
hybrid
the hybrid
three,
one, not hybrid. No, I don't think I think they're avoiding hybrid one.
sure. Okay,
Yeah,
LM3. Yeah,
LM3.
that's the right call.
Yeah, I think it's good as well. I think they want to point like I think Taiwan's third player, either it's I think it's Ha0201 in the LN1 pick. They definitely struggled a lot in the LN pick, and this is not any easier. I would say this is on a level of its own when it comes to the LN patterning. You see, it's an Elixir piano LN map. It's going to be absolutely disgusting with the mini jack patterns, the staircases, everything that you would expect in the LN map, all in one package right here.
Well, we have to see first. If I'm not mistaken, Pack Hero was pretty close, wasn't it?
Veloci is calling you out, by the way.
What? Oh come on! That wasn't my fault. Okay.
It's
On a more
definitely,
serious
it's definitely your fault. Yeah.
Okay. On a more serious note, 4,000 points of difference on Packet Hero, so definitely there's still a chance. I mean, back to your point a while ago, fatigue may affect Russia. Like, okay, I don't think the misses have changed, but what could really change is when they miss. If they miss at the middle part, that's going to be bad. I feel like
Yeah.
fatigue will affect that more. Like, you notice how they've been missing in the later parts of the map, right?
Yeah.
Russia, the more fatigue happens, Russia could end up missing a little earlier, and that's gonna be worse for them.
Yeah, you gotta think about just that last pick, right? If the fatigue came in any earlier and they just miss just a half a second earlier, that would have been it for Taiwan. So yeah, you're definitely correct about that. Maybe after Russian gets a pick next, they should call timeout just to relax a bit, relax their fingers just a bit, because none of these players have been subbed out yet.
I don't think Russia would do that. Like, I feel like they also want to keep the warm up. But okay, looking at Robot in this tire, I saw this tire jump on 100 at the start. Not to mention, a lot of these mini jacks remind me of Carry
Chai's
Me
with a
Away.
miss.
Yeah, Shy's finding an unfortunate miss, but still very early on, and Robot's attack is actually dropping. But same with Ha. Thing is, only Veloci. Actually, wait, no, Veloci is top scoring the entire lobby right now. So that's certainly helping Taiwan. But Russia is putting in the work. Still a triple full combo. But that could change anytime soon with all of these mini jacks.
Yeah, this is definitely not easy to full combo at all. This is at 150 BPM mini jacks. This is faster than the jacks you would see in the actual jack pick. So that really just speaks in volume how difficult this map can be. And don't be deceived by the 10,000 point lead, because these patterning are so easy just to column block. And there you go, a miss from Robot, and that the scoring just went down by 8,000. Taiwan has a chance to get their breakpoint back against Russian Federation. But we're seeing stabilization across the board. Robot now approaching 400 combo mark. Ha! Actually dropping down below 99.2. And Netco!
But is there enough time? There's only so little. If anyone misses on the mini jacks, how they say that? Oh wow! That was massive. That was massive in Taiwan.
Els, what did you do? What are you doing?
Oh wow! Those mini jacks at the end really gave it back to Taiwan. Oh my goodness!
Veloci, what are you doing? What is that score for Veloci?
Exactly. 200s. Okay, look at the 200 count. Russia probably won that based off the 200 count. I'm kind of too lazy to calculate the math, but I think they clearly won that based off the 200 count. But
right,
man,
they definitely won. Yeah.
That combo was just more than enough. Look, okay, so now so just an absolute victory from Taiwan. They absolutely needed that. But here's the thing. I don't think they should pick LN2, even if, let's say, they won that.
Yeah, no, I wholeheartedly agree with you on that as well. They should just pick a hybrid. Okay, so since Russia has 2 more picks, Hybrid 2 and SV2. That's it. There's no other picks they can choose. Hybrid 1 and LN2 are really similar when it comes to the patterning. So I don't think they want to just choose that. I think they should continue picking on the Hybrid 2 after this, just because it's just what they're comfortable with. They definitely have the accuracy lead. It's just, again, as we said about this for the past 2 maps already, it's just the fatigue that's coming in, and the miss now comes so much earlier instead of right at the end, and it just punished Russia completely there. And now we can see Taiwan maybe even getting their footing back a bit now. But Taiwan needs to win this. They're basically playing on sudden death right now, because any more points lost means that Russia can just run away with the SV pick. That's it. Like, think of this as a best of 9, because once Russia get that 1 point, they can pick SV, and that is game over for Taiwan.
I agree. But like, I don't know, this match has just been a lot of this team can win that, but so can the other team. I agree with you saying that this is a pick that Taiwan absolutely has to win. If I'm not mistaken, Russia is still up by 1 breakpoint, I think.
Yes, okay, you are definitely correct.
Taiwan has to win this, and then has to win Russia's point. Alright,
yes, you are definitely correct.
We have to see how this one goes. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure, the consistencies for everyone's finally stabilized, right? Right?
Yeah, there's no way we're gonna see an absolute team collapse from any of these teams. They are so consistent. What are you talking about?
On a more serious note, like, at the very least, from what I've noticed, Rice is definitely better for both of these teams. Like, they seem to be doing better when it's Rice, at least relatively to other skill sets. But what I'm concerned about is, this is only 1 minute and 28 seconds, so any misses will be massive. Because of how, like, the thing about shorter maps is they have lesser objects, so that'll mean that the impact of the miss is much bigger, and not to mention the anchors are really difficult as well.
Yeah, we can see just right now, it's actually quite even. The scoring is just flicking back and forth right now. You can see just how well proficient on wise both of these teams are. Yuki did start out a bit with a really bad accuracy at like 99.4 in the intro, but now the accuracy just ballooning straight up to 99.77. Yeah, I think accuracy wise, it's all evening out on the board. Taiwan, consistent accuracy. Russian Federation, Robot with a bit lower accuracy at low 99.7, but Nepco and this tire, they're above 99.8, and they're making the score difference right now. But we're not in the chorus just yet. Here we go. This might be the hardest part of the map. Are gonna be seeing any misses?
No, we won't. But I think we will in a bit. I'm joking.
Yeah, there's no. Yeah.
what makes this chart hard is the amount of anchors in mini jacks. But as I say
Oh,
that,
yeah. Jackie just struggling quite a bit there, and that might spell the end for Taiwan right now. And that's a free-way full combo for Russian Federation. And I think even if Jackie full
wow,
comboed that, that would have done anything. What? What is that? This time. And Nevco, what are you guys doing?
wow, two nine nine. We just saw a 994 and a 993. I mean, Veloci and UKM also performed extremely well. But the problem is, I don't think Jackie's act was like better. I mean, okay, it was better, but I don't think it was more than enough or something
They
like that.
need Jackie needs to get at least 992k. I did the math. They need at least 992k to offset the difference between the bottom row. And Jackie, even if Jackie FC, they would still only get 988k at most. So yeah, that was doomed to begin with. And now I'm fearing the worst right now for Taiwan. There's only one pick that Russian Federation can do. There's only one. I don't like to be a downer, but this might spell the end for Taiwan already.
That's if Russia is aware. You know that's if Russia's been observing how this match would have went. And I think Russia knows exactly what to do. They cannot
think
risk
they're waiting.
Taiwan. They cannot risk picking. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, okay. Here we go. The SV map. And again, this is just more of a cautionary tale to the rest of the team. Practice at least one of your SV. Then you can have something to rely against. You can always ban the other SV as well if needed. Or at least have something against the other opponent. Now Taiwan needs to have a card against them. Maybe they practice during the couple of hours between their match against New Zealand, but it's looking quite dim right now for Taiwan. Russian Federation, their team score on SV2 is super solid as well.
And performed really well. I think they almost had a triple full combo. Yeah, they almost. But Depney is definitely gonna come in for, I think, Nepco. So finally we'll be seeing a swap on the Russia side, which is like, I think they really needed that.
Yeah, they definitely do. We finally be seeing the first ever substitution, but the two players of Robot and Distar is still keeping a spot in the lobby. So is Veloci. So these three players have been the anchors within the team throughout the whole match. We might be, us commentators might be saying it's not, of course it's not over until it's over, but it's quite difficult right now for Taiwan. But again, they still have time to practice. They might shock us, just like in Rise 6 when they pick a map and overperform by 60,000 points. You can just see a similar level of overperformance of Taiwan right now. And they need to do it now because this is their tournament lifeline on the line right now.
Definitely is. Looking at the MP link, I think, okay, so it was Jackie who was in instead of Ha, and Jackie was the one that didn't practice the SV. So I feel like something could have changed. Now that Ha is in the lobby, I feel like there's certainly gonna be some level of practice. Problem is though, Russia's team score is gonna be extremely difficult to beat. I'm looking at their score right now.
Veloci is 935k, but that's not even close to any of the Russian players' scores.
That's already a 30,000 point difference from that and this star. So 969 to 935. I mean, in a few hours, can they really upscore that by a lot? I mean, we did see that on, what was that again? I forgot. Okay, I think it was Rise 6. We did see that on Rise 6. So it's definitely doable. We just have to see.
Oh yeah, for sure. They can definitely just upstage the whole of everyone's expectations. Right now, so far, everyone's starting quite well. Actually, Sludge right now dropping a bit of accuracy, but Sludge is one of the players who got practiced the SV, so I wouldn't look too much into that. Ha actually doing quite well, so this is actually closer than most would say, even for me.
Okay, this seems like Taiwan was prepared for an instance like this. But they really have to hope for a miss from the Russian Federation to even give them a chance, because this athlete is pretty massive. Like you see that 98.7 and that 99.1. Everyone in Russia is around Veloci's act, and that's not a good sign.
It's not looking good right now.
Not
And
to
not just a
mention,
miss, it has to be like a very dirty miss as well.
I mean, okay, to be fair, it is SV, so any mistakes that happen here is gonna be massive. Like, typically SV maps contain the least amount of nodes in general, so it makes a lot of sense if a miss happens, and that would swing the lead immediately to Taiwan. Problem is though, Ha and such are getting lower, and that's already a miss from Ha! Unless something catastrophic happens, we might as well just say that it's already for Russia, but 30,000 points, not the most impossible lead yet.
Yeah, we have seen bigger comeback, but Ha continue to pick up a miss, and now we're approaching nearly 50,000 points. Veloci with a miss. Oh no, that is. I think it's safe to start ringing the bells now, because just look at your left hand side right now. Absolutely insanity from the Russian Federation. The lowest accuracy is 99.34%. Not even close. Veloci next highest highest within Taiwan. A miss there, but the score is already at 6 digit. What can you do now?
And
Honestly, what can you do?
such having the last full combo, that's all that that's all that Taiwan had, unfortunately. And now Russia keeping their consistencies while Taiwan finding their misses. These patterns are really hard though. Like there's a lot of stops and teleports, and now we're at the fast jump section. You gotta be very careful when you're playing this, by the way. Like this is like a fast jam swing section, and honestly, Russia's act is extremely solid. They haven't really dropped too much. Taiwan, Veloci with the best act, but again, that's with the miss, so that's just not gonna be enough.
Yeah, there's not much to say, but I just want to focus on this star right now, who's been kind of, I would say, one of the MVPs of this match right here, alongside of Nevko and Veloci. They have been just such an outstanding player within this match. They have been performing so well, but this star especially, they have scored so well, and some of the points that was decided by a couple of hundred points, I think it was all due to this star, and of course the rest of the team as well. But just want to point out a couple of standout players, such as I said before, this star, Nepco.
Big shoutouts as well, by the way, to Robot for literally playing all the maps alongside with this tire. Same with Nepco for playing literally everything but PSV. And now, I think this tire is going to be PBing here. Wow, very solid team score from
Wow.
Russia Federation. And that is it. Russia is now in the Oceania 4K World Cup 2024 semifinals. I'm not sure anyone can correct me, but I believe this is Russia's first time making semifinals. In
I'm
4K,
pretty
that
sure
is.
as I'm pretty sure about that. So yeah.
Wow, amazing performance. But hey, Taiwan did a really good job. You cannot bring them down because they performed super well in this match. Like, and honestly, in this entire tournament, this was a big glow up from the previous years. Seeding number 15 is a massive achievement already for them. And I hope to see more from the Taiwanese side in the future iterations of MWC. But unfortunately, only one could be the winner, and that is going to be Russian Federation, booking their ticket to the semifinals for the first time. Wow.
Congratulations. I would also want to extend as well. Congratulations to the Russian Federation side. Everyone was very shocked when they saw the seeding results, when they got seed number 10, and it was a huge glow up. And now they just show even more that it was no fluke, and they're making it to top 12, and that is really just a statement to put for the Russian Federation. And there's still so much more to go as well. The semifinals awaits for them. And with that aside, yeah. Do you have
I
anything
already
else
know
to say?
who they're facing, by the way. I already know who they're facing.
Who are they facing?
They're gonna be facing Malaysia. So seed 9 versus seed 10. That is going to be an incredibly difficult match for both teams. And like, looking looking at how both teams perform, I don't know who's gonna win that.
I
But
think it's gonna go to
man,
tiebreaker. It's gonna go to tiebreaker. I don't know about you, but seeing the dynamics of Malaysia, very LN oriented, and Russia, who has been really solid on Rice, of course, solid on LN and so, but their main skill set is, you can say it's Rice. You know, being able to beat out Taiwan on Rice. This is your expected tiebreaker matchup right here. So yeah, Malaysia against Russian Federation is going to be a banger match.
well,
You
I'm
know what else is a
definitely
banger
excited.
match?
The one that's
Thailand
upcoming
versus
is good.
Singapore.
I knew it. I knew it.
Exactly.
I knew you were
Yeah,
gonna say
yeah,
that. But
yeah.
like,
I know you're gonna. It's very obvious. Yeah.
but like before we go, I just want to say, man, what an amazing like round it's been so far. But to show your support for this tournament, don't be shy and buy some of the banners that are still up for grabs here. I think it's around $2.50. There we go, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know how to convert it to
Yes.
your currency, but if you want to support this tournament, feel free to buy any of the banners. You can buy as many as you want. I think you can buy one for all the
Yes.
countries if you want.
Or you can buy 32 of the same country if you want to as well. I saw some people doing that. Yeah, no. Again, head to Osu
Really?
store. Yes, you can. Yeah, so someone called Romania bought like at least like 10 to 20 Romania banners.
Oh, okay. But yeah, do you have anything else to say?
No, remember to buy your banners and stay tuned for 8 more minutes because we're gonna be seeing another winners bracket. Your last winners bracket matchup, I think, for this weekend. Yeah, Thailand against Singapore, the Southeast Asian matchup. So yeah, with that all saying, this is Smash Potato closing off for today's match.